Mama, Aunt Trudy, Aunt Libby, this is Blanche Devereaux. Hello. This is Rose Nyland. Hello. And this is Michael's mother, Dorothy. And this is Michael.
This is Michael?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Mama, we talked about...
Understood and gave him the finger back. Why don't you go back and try to get some more sleep?
I haven't been to sleep. I'm too upset.
What's wrong?
I won't be seeing Jeffrey anymore. He's leaving town.
I knew it. The minute I heard you were dating a sailor, I said to myself, he was here illegally. You can't blame yourself. You just have to have a little trust in the justice system.
Now, that's easy for you to say, Rose. You're not the one who's responsible for what happened to the kids.
Well, I know just how Dorothy feels. Now, when I was a young girl, I witnessed a horse theft on my granddaddy's plantation. Well, I screamed for help. My granddaddy
was arrested. The feds try to pin everything on me.
You mean, did they... Have you been to prison?
Oh, no. I couldn't let that happen. Can you imagine what my life would have been like if the other inmates found out how much I love to dance? No,
This is just amazing. How did you ever find Rose after all this time?
I got Rose's address from Charlie's Army pension records. And I realized a lifetime had passed, and I never laid eyes on my old chum's favorite girl. So I made myself a promise. If I was ever in the area, I'd pay my respects.
Dorothy, look, Marguerite didn't throw out people.
Oh, good. Morning, Rose.
Hi, Dorothy.
Rose, why are you... You refuse to see your daughter as an adult with the right to make her own decisions. Honey, you're going to have to learn to let go.
Yes, and the more you try to make her see things the way you see things, the more she'll resist. And then you run the risk of never seeing her again. And never seeing your grandchild. Never.
She's the one.
I'm really happy for you.
So, Michael, when do we get to meet Lorraine?
Tomorrow, if that's okay.
Oh.
I already invited her. She's staying with her family in Miami Beach. We thought maybe we'd get the two families together Sunday.
Oh, terrific idea. I can't wait to meet her.
Before you do, Mom, there is something about her you should know.
Dorothy, I can't finish this picture.
Why not?
I can't paint a horse from memory.
What you need is a model.
I know a place where you can see a horse. I know a place where you can see horses and lots of little men in silk pants with whips. Or you could go to the racetrack instead.
Is Rose Nyland here?
I'm Rose Nyland.
Well, I'm Chester T. McRaney, legal counsel to your late Uncle Hingelblotter.
Oh, we've been waiting for you. Did you bring the baby?
I brought him.
Him, did you hear that, girls? Does he look anything like me?
Well, Dorothy, I'm ready to go to work. How do I look?
Ma, you look adorable.
Adorable. I want to look aggressive, powerful, like a corporate killer.
Lose the hat. Perfect, perfect. Now you look like the activities director at a retirement home. There's another date with Carl tonight, huh? You must really like this guy.
I do. Carl is sweet, and he's supportive. He understands that I still have feelings for Miles.
Rose, Miles is in the witness relocation program. You're not supposed to be telling people about him.
Oh, I didn't tell him Miles ratted on a gangster named the Cheese Man. Hit it.
On about your silly concert.
Oh, Blanche, I'm sorry. What can we do for you?
Nothing. I've decided I have to do it myself. Since the dean was no help whatever, I've decided the only one who can help me is me. Oh, I'm gonna show that Professor Cooper something. Now, if you will excuse me, ladies, I have some tall studying to do. Only first, I think, as a reward for working... Well, I've decided I've been acting foolish about this whole thing. I guess I still look pretty good.
Pretty good. You look terrific.
I know. I also decided to try and be a bit more modest, but in this case, that's like lying, which is worse. So you're right, I do look terrific.
Oh, well, thank goodness that's over with. It's more than 100 and we didn't have any change.
What about these?
Well, they all had hundreds, too.
Rose, let me give you a few lessons in economics. Lesson number 1, quit being an idiot.
Okay.
Lesson number 2, the law of supply and demand. Before you...
Vin.
I've gotten all I'm going to get out of it. Besides, I'd rather be part of this group than that one.
I hate to say this, but Rose, you're special.
Thank you, Dorothy. I could never get them to say that to me at those meetings.
And 10 is 14, and a double letter score is 18, 19, 20, 23, and a triple word score makes a total of 69 points. I win.
Wait a minute. There is no such word as that.
There certainly is.
Fine, I'll look it up. And if it isn't in the dictionary...
Did you leave something burning on the stove?
What? I don't think so.
It was nothing. Well, bottoms up.
Oh, you see, Rose, the Greeks and Romans always sculpted man. They admired the beauty of the male form. Its sinewy, muscled hardness, its rippling loins, its chiseled buttocks. My, it's getting hot in here.
It certainly is.
I have 25. Do I hear 30?
Rose, I don't know why you want that man. He's treated you like dirt. And even that I could overlook if he had a good body.
Look, Blanche, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but my mind is made up. I love Stanley, I want to be with him, and I am very sorry about Catherine.
What on earth is suddenly so what? Best friend, Lisa Jane Beadler, fixed me up with the most beautiful boy I'd ever laid my eyes on.
Oh, George.
No, this was Richard J. Wilde. And believe me, his name said it all. We must have pulled over on the side of the road 5 times on our way to that Christmas dance.
It's always best to drive defensively over the holidays. Thanks, Bridget packed a delicious meal and drove me to the country for breakfast. Oh, we took a walk and we picked wildflowers and we rolled up our pant legs and waded in the creek. And then guess what?
Julie Andrews showed up. You all fed deer from your hand and sang If I Had a Hammer.
Rose, sounds to Paige. I had to take a Dramamine to get through chapter 3.
Blanche, the waves are a metaphor. You see, a metaphor...
I know what a metaphor is, dear. I'm not a dummy.
Blanche, what's a metaphor?
It's when you...
To let it go.
All right, Ma, I'll do it.
You've made me a happy woman. Now, if you want to go the extra mile, I hear one of the judges has a fetish. Dorothy's going to be in the mother-daughter beauty pageant.
Escape from It's a Small World.
Come, my darling daughter. Mother has made you your favorite breakfast.
Lasagna in meat sauce?
Doesn't it look delicious? And think, for just $5.95, the recipe can be yours.
Hold it! Stop!
Listen, Missy, as long as the good Lord keeps me on this earth, I'm your father. And don't you ever call me a fool.
Daddy, just please call off this wedding.
And then once in grade school, I crossbred a rutabaga and a potato, but I couldn't decide whether to call it a rutatato or a potato bagel.
Yeah, you'll have to excuse.
I'm queen of a ball. Twice. Yeah, but I probably would have anyway. What? I spoke to Big Daddy just yesterday. I see. I just can't believe how much my life has changed these past 6 hours. George is back. He wants to get together. I don't know what to do.
Oh, pick Lyle. Pick Lyle. Oh, that's Dorothy's problem, isn't it?
I'll tell you a little story. When I was a kid in Sicily, I loved lightning bugs. I'd stand out in the field and watch them light up the night sky. That was magical. That was spectacular. I tell you, I saw 1,000 points of light. It was a kinder jerk.
Oh, Charlie was very stubborn and very dapper.
And then what happened?
And he told me he loved me, and then it was over. And I put a pair of gray flannel pants on him and a blue shirt. Mrs. Claxton, we want you to know we all appreciate you coming down here in person to help us save the tree.
I'm not here to save it. I'm here to make sure they tear it down. I hate trees. I hate people.
Well, Mrs. Claxton, Rose told us you said you were going to help us.
That's right.
And now you're not?
That's right.
Well, why did you lie? Doing up.
Just thinking.
About what?
About how I'm going to tell Ma that she's not invited to the Bahamas. What are you doing up?
Dorothy, can I confide something in you I've never told another living soul?
Of course.
You promise not to tell anybody?
I promise.
Are you willing to spit in each other's...
Many times.
You did?
You didn't?
No. Oh, it was nice. I mean, being near Charlie was nice. But it was 5 years before I knew what made your eyes go back in your head.
It's last minute, so we'll take short, bald, fat.
I'm sorry, Sophia, but I've already pawned Rose off on his fat friend. He's a lighting director.
Blanche, I've never been out with a fat lighting director. What do we talk about?
How should I know, honey? Talk about light bulbs.
That's a good idea. They said they could stop it if they could sacrifice the town's dumbest virgin. I don't know why I raised my hand. It must have just been the excitement of the moment. But they said the only thing...
Oh, Dorothy.
Oh, listen, Lucas is waiting. You're angels. All of them.
Why should I? My Charlie is dead, and nobody's giving me a second chance. Listen, Blanche, I know what it's like to have a husband suddenly taken. I never had a chance to say all those things I would have wanted to say. Well, you must know how that feels.
Yes, but after
babies and handing out corn at the Rotary picnics.
Shut up, Rose.
So, Mama, is it all right if I have my baby here?
Well, I only want what's best for you, darling. Don't you want to have your baby with your obstetrician in your hospital in Atlanta?
Oh, I'm not having my baby in a hospital.
For and why is best left unsaid, but I have a hunch, and it's appalling that, like it or not, the sky is falling.
Henny decided to take action.
I should go and warn the king.
And off she went.
And everyone at the bank went along with it.
And I wondered how the two of you got together to start a business. Let me know when Blanche comes in.
Are you two talking again?
Just long enough to give her a piece of my mind.
Do you think Dorothy's upset because she thinks Blanche is sleeping with Stan?
Could be.
Or is it because she thinks she's lying when she says she isn't?
Just steal money out of his wallet while he's in the shower.
We've agreed to keep our finances separate. He insisted on it.
Well, that's good, at least.
He even suggested that since we'll need a bigger place to live, I should give him my half of the money now, before I even get there, so that it'll be our place, not his, right from the start.
As you might never have known you even had it.
Okay, here's the game plan.
It's a pleasure meeting you all.
Good night. Well, I guess that solves the mystery.
I'll say, who would have thought Blanche would date somebody that long in the tooth?
I thought his teeth were nice. What I couldn't believe was how old he was.
You know, sometimes I really cannot believe my ears.
And then almost got my balance. And I only dropped my baton 4 times. And when I was finished, I was unanimously voted captain of the cheerleading squad.
Blanche, how was that possible?
Underneath my regulation uniform, I was wearing little black French lace panties. Bearing the...
Please, don't close the door on the rest of our lives. I love you, Dorothy. Took me a while to realize I always have.
Out in the morning. That's why the toilets don't get the attention they probably deserve.
Well, then everything was just a misunderstanding, and Norman really did dump me for a fat woman.
No kidding, fatter than you?
I hate to burst your bubble, but I just wanted to...
Pad on a misty spring day south of Savannah.
Could you be more specific, Big Daddy?
Do my eyes deceive me, or do I see Sophia Petrillo standing before me? Or did you all get Sophia Loren as the new roommate?
Get out the boots, he's back.
What's the St. Olaf time?
Well, it's 7:15 here. You subtract an hour.
Forget it. Now look, all this nonsense has to stop, Rose. What we saw was not a UFO.
Well, it wasn't a plane. Planes aren't that thin or that bright.
Neither is Oprah Winfrey, but that doesn't make her a flying tube.
Oh, well, my sister Charmaine was insanely jealous of me from the time I was a gorgeous little infant. See, she was 1 year ahead of me in school, and we used to compete for everything. But there was one thing that Charmaine did excel at: cheerleading.
Now, it wasn't such a bad thing to do. The stuff tasted great, and Salvador decided to market it. At first, it didn't move so well. Linguine with ear salve on a menu doesn't look too appetizing. But once he changed the name to pesto sauce, it moved like hotcakes.
Ma, you make it...
Incredible blue eyes I had ever seen. Those are the things you inherited from her. And when I looked into those eyes, they told me it was not time to go off chasing rainbows. It was time to make a life for the two of us. And I never regretted that decision, because I knew that someday...
We're so anxious about meeting this guy that Kate's bringing.
Do you think it's serious?
Well, they've been together now for 6 months. It's the longest she's been interested in any man since Paul McCartney.
Kate dated Paul McCartney?
Yes, Rose. They wanted to get engaged, but I insisted that you should go and stick to your guns.
Right. I've made my decision. I'm going to stand by it. No matter what happens, I'm not going to turn back. I forgot my raincoat. Oh, silly.
Now what'd you forget?
I forgot to kiss you.
Hi, Ma!
What the hell are you doing home?
Ma, let's not get all mushy.
You chickened out, didn't you?
No, we went, or at least we started to. Halfway there, we ran...
Hold the Corvette.
You didn't?
Yeah, it was tough. Had some great times with that car, but the times I had with you were a hell of a lot more important.
Stanley, I'm so sorry.
Me too. I guess I finally became what I always feared most. Another middle-aged, bald guy who drives a Toyota.
Talk and
And?
we slept together tonight.
I have to give back the $25?
Yes.
I don't think that's fair.
Then give me 10 and get out of here. Well, what are y'all looking at? All right, maybe I don't have a date. Maybe my date took one look at me and said he'd rather die than me, Blanche.
Oh, Blanche, you're not a terrible person. You're just horny all the time.
Rose, it's Dorothy.
Gosh, I can't talk to her, not now. Oh,
Advantage of you.
there's a liquor store on the corner.
No, she can't drink. It mixes with her medication.
Beautifully.
Aren't they adorable?
Yeah, seems like only yesterday I was putting her into the home.
You were saying? It was my high school graduation. I was valedictorian.
You were valedictorian?
Yes. I was fourth out of 19 graduating seniors. Anyway.
Wait a minute. Rose, if you were fourth, how were you chosen valedictorian? Eyes met. Sonny fell into the orchestra pit. Lyle forgot his lines and went into Under the Yum Yum Tree. Except for the reviews, it was a magical night.
Sonny, Bono, and Lyle Wagner. Dorothy, this is an embarrassment of riches.
No, I
wouldn't trade in my time with Charlie for anything. I'm glad I didn't wait for you then, Buzz. And I'm not going to wait for you this time either.
Well, I guess I better get going. All right, you get your hands off my woman. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me.
But it does make it a lot more complicated. So, Frank, you cannot go through with this.
Dorothy.
No. It's a mistake that we would both regret for the rest of our lives. No matter how strongly you feel, Frank, I cannot let you leave the priesthood for me. What?
Terrible, Angela. Does that mean you're all alone back in Sicily?
No, I have a goat.
No, it's really a shame you and Ma don't live closer to each other.
Dorothy is right. How many years do we have left? 20, 30? We should live in the same town.
You want to come back to that little village in Sicily?
Please.
Well, Frank, you know, I've been thinking, this is the third Saturday of our relationship, and I don't even know what you like to eat. Why don't you come over for dinner this Saturday night and let me find out what whets your appetite?
We had an agreement. You told me the dog would be gone by now.
Just one more day, Dorothy. I know I'll find the owner. I have posters all over the neighborhood.
One more day, or I am going to get rid of the dog myself.
I'll take him out to the lanai. Come on, sweetheart. Come on.
I like you. I like everything about you.
Swin, you hardly know me.
I know enough. I know you're pretty.
Yes.
You're smart.
Yes.
Sexy.
Yes.
Sophisticated.
No. Swin, there's something very important you don't know.
And he's saying, yikes. Oh, here, honey, this is for you.
I'm afraid to open it. What if it's from Myra?
Oh, come on, Rose.
Well, what if it's got a deadly black spider in it that's going to leap out and bite me the minute I open it?
Oh, girls, what a great night. Stevie went 3 for 4.
Oh, you were at the game.
There was a game? That man just makes me feel so young, like I was back in high school again. Remember how you used to feel when your boyfriend...
Honey, would you hand me that large saucepan over there?
Oh, sure.
No, the one behind it, the really big one.
Maybe they'd have more fun going out together instead of hanging around here with me and 3 old ladies.
When you were a kid. It's payback time. Come here, pussycat.
Why don't you hug your money, Ma? From now on, I'm not paying for anything. You are on your own.
You can't do this to me. You never touch the principal. That money's for my old age.
Who asked you? Picture it.
Sicily, 1921. A beautiful young peasant girl saves her lira and takes a trip to Paris, the city of lights. Also, the only place a guy can wear a cape without getting a lot of funny looks. She won this.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in the middle of some awful dream. Yet I know it can't be a dream because there are no boy dancers.
Mother!
I just cannot believe you are actually going to give money to someone like this sperm pusher. You are a Devereaux. A Devereaux has never had...
Okay.
Where's Darren?
Oh, I'm sorry, Blanche. The police came for him and he ran away.
He's gone? Gone again?
Are you all right, Blanche?
Oh, yeah. Attractive Rose is. How much fun Rose is. I might as well have worn a bra.
Did he really say that? You're not just making that up.
I never make up stories where I come out looking bad. He also said he's going...
And I say, what do you think you're doing? She says, she thought Cuneo, the bookmaker, was in the Santa suit. And I say, that's a lie. Well, we have a big fight about it. She denies the whole thing, and we never speak again.
Oh, Aunt Angela, come on. That was 30 years ago. Don't you think you should talk? To talk. I'm going to explain to him that I am not attracted to him. This is just a friendship, and I'm sorry if he thinks it's more than that.
I wish I could believe you. Just be careful. And remember what they taught you in parochial school. Keep both your feet on the ground, no patent leather shoes, and macaroni and cheese every Wednesday.
Then you don't know if you'd give me a kidney?
No, I don't.
Well, I'm not surprised. You never even lent me a Kleenex. Besides, I'm a size 8. Your kidney wouldn't fit me. There's not room in my body for your kidney. Well, I guess I'll...
Please? Oh, don't be mad, Ma.
Get bent. We're gonna cream you. Yeah. We're gonna maul you.
Yeah.
We're gonna beat you into the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a rose and $50 for your dumbest Kaplan brother.
Beatlemania? You're giving up a date for Beatlemania?
Oh, Rose, the Beatles were the first and only rock and roll group that I ever really loved. When they came to Shea Stadium, I managed to get a ticket, but one of my kids came down with the flu. It was one of those times when you have to pretend that you love your kid.
Why should I be standing in line, just waiting for bread? Once I built a...
This is really amazing, Rose. You know, just the other day I was thinking, why doesn't our doorbell bark?
It's probably because we didn't have a bark bell. I got it to keep Myra away.
You really think this is going to work?
Oh, yeah. Look at the box. See how the burglar's running away from the house?
Trouble, mister. I got a better case than Valerie Harper.
Excuse me, ladies, pardon me. Is there a problem here?
Only if you consider a class action suit and a boycott by OREP a problem.
I thought it was NOPRO.
This is too big for NOPRO. This is all the way up to OREP.
OREP?
Organization of Retired and Elderly People. Adios, everybody wave goodbye. I'm off to Brooklyn.
Honey, what are you doing?
I'm going back to the old neighborhood. The doctor said it would help if I stirred up some memories.
Ma, you can't go back there alone.
No kidding. I'm 83. I walk to the driveway. It's a coin toss whether I get back. You're coming with me.
Pencils down.
Where's everybody?
Just you and me, Blanche. Well, looks like we're finally at the crossroads.
Whatever do you mean?
I mean, I know you've been...
I was waiting for him. Can I call you next time I get back to town?
I'd like that.
Good night.
Dinner tonight. Hope he has the answer I want to hear.
No. No. Don't worry, I'll be there tomorrow.
Ma, how did this happen?
Vincenzo, no il garage, ma una stanza da letto.
Stanza da letto? Sofia, tu mi hai detto dammi un garage di prima classe, ti ho dato un garage di prima classe.
It was a slight misunderstanding. You see, in Sicily, every region has its own dialect.
From the service station across the street, our farm was just down the road from.
Rose, honey, have you been washing the fruit off before you eat it? Listen, we have a decision we have to make right now.
This, but I think Rose got the brains in that family.
Meet me out front, Dorothy. I'm going to pull the car around.
But hold it. I told you last night, we don't do any drug walks.
Something wrong, Sophia?
I don't believe it. My Dorothy is popular. After 60 years of bargaining with God, it's finally happened. Per our agreement, I'm off to Calcutta to work with the poor.
Why can't you marry him?
Well, you remember I told you Richard wanted to introduce me to his family? I thought it would be his little old gray-haired mama and his spinster aunt. Turns out he has 2 kids.
Well, Blanche, we've all got kids.
But these are 7 and 9.
I guess you were all right. Frida Clarkson didn't have a friend in the world. She didn't make any difference to anybody. She might as well never even exist.
Oh, Rose, honey.
Let her be by herself.
Oh, this has been a hell of a night. I'm glad it's over.
Miles, your poetry book.
Keep it. And when you read page 73, think of me.
And when to the heart of man...
Thank you, Dorothy. Honestly, Rose, sometimes it's like pulling teeth to get a little compliment out of you. There's the bell. That must be Ham at the door. Come on. Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
No such jade as me. You with me, you mean?
Okay. I've heard enough.
Call.
Hello.
Hi, you're on the air with Dr. Kelly. I need your first name only.
My name is Cher.
And your problem, Cher?
I have a 55-year-old daughter named Dorothy. Dorothy Spornak. She's got problems. Young man, this woman is doing you a favor. She's taking time from her own busy schedule. They don't know you have no life.
Kevin, no dice. You take it or leave it. These are my terms.
Look, Coach, you told me if I was nice to her, she'd roll over. I'm out of here. If you want to win tomorrow, it's...
I have to say what I feel.
Miami has so much appeal.
A great place to get a seafood meal.
Miami. How did the interview go?
Oh, fantastic. Is Aunt Blanche here? I want to tell her all about it. And that I won't be home for dinner tonight.
Oh, your gorgeous doctor taking you for another midnight cruise?
Oh, no. Tonight I'm going out with Michael.
Oh, Michael isn't the doctor.
No, Michael's from the university. He's the one who interviewed me. Oh.
I feel like I need a spatula to keep them off me. Good thing I don't have one.
Oh, shut it up.
Why, Blanche, whatever is the matter?
You know very well what the matter is, Dorothy. This stupid moon has all the men acting crazy. Nobody wants me. It's freaky.
My God, what are you kids doing in there?
It's all right, officer. We're divorced.
Virginia, you knew I was dating him. Then I had to go to the country to visit Aunt Augusta. When I got back, I had Poison Ivy and you had Tom. I loved that boy. I wanted to marry him. We were serious.
You only had 2 dates with him?
I was fast.
I swear, I didn't think that you liked him at...
You little lady. All right, boys, take it away. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Maybe this is my fault. Maybe I've been pushing it.
It's not you.
Blanche, you're the same person that you always were. You have to believe that.
Oh, I want to, Simon. And I have tried. But I can't.
Darling, this is not the time for your vivid imagination to guys.
I didn't know the guy from Star Trek wrote plays.
So, Dorothy, what you're telling me is I'm going to take this recipe with me to the grave.
Right along with the secret of why Uncle Gino legally adopted that goat.
Those in petite. Everybody can see you couldn't get those past your knees.
If you don't keep your voice down, I'm going to hit you in the head with this loin of pork.
Oh, Blanche, come on. $15.99. Now, this is just too extravagant. I'm not going in on this.
The story about Uncle Hurtis and the 3 skunks in the fountain, which should last about
1900 hours.
Dorothy, here's the transmitter. Just keep it in the palm of your hand, and then with one quick movement, stick it under the table. That's all there is to it.
All right, so there any other questions?
I can last just as long as you can.
Oh, Dorothy, please. I think I do have a little more endurance than you.
Blanche, we are not dancing on our backs.
You take that back.
I will not.
Salvador, if you want to fool around, take off your T-shirt. You're going to get linguini all over me.
Ma. He isn't going to get any better. He's only going to get worse.
So that's when the salesman from Men's Sportswear walks clear across the street.
In the over 80 category, you don't have to be. We were the only couple who could do the mambo without a walker.
Don't believe her. Your mother has some great moves. I'll see you tomorrow, Sophia.
Okay, Tony, take care. Give me a break, would you?
I can't wear this. Do you have any idea the kind of teasing that goes on in a locker room?
Yes. Now, look, you have to discover the sensuality of baseball. There are just many, many, many similarities between baseball and making love. The mental preparation. Unbearable. Do you remember that awful night you came barging into my room like a raving lunatic? I was ready to kill you. Man, oh, who knows? Anyway, it started with a B.
That first time, did you have...
Are you serious?
Rose, I'll be waiting.
Coast clear?
Yeah. Buzz, I've been thinking, why don't we spend some time getting to know each other before we go rushing off to Europe?
I know.
Missed it when I was grounded for catching a smoke in the boys' John.
Dorothy, we're shafted.
Do you think you could have the bike by this weekend?
Listen, Daisy, I don't like being intimidated. I do not like being threatened. And frankly, kid, I don't like you. And I am not going to...
His name, but I'll give you a clue. I know what the F stands for in William F. Buckley.
Does someone want to drive me to the hospital?
Your appointment's not for 3 hours.
Well, I'd like to get there early. But if you don't want to take me, I'll go without you. I might as well get used to being by myself.
So am I. I can't believe you lied to me. Well, now, don't be too hard on her, Rose. Although she may have been doing it for the wrong reason, at least the decision was right, because baby is better off here. Well, why are y'all looking at me like I'm a murderer? I tell you, this pig is dying because he's old and sick. Now, I refuse to eat. To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Number One Communist. Happy birthday to you.
Ma, what are you doing here?
Out in the morning. That's why the toilets don't get the attention they probably deserve.
Well, then everything was just a misunderstanding, and Norman really did dump me for a fat woman.
No kidding, fatter than you?
I hate to burst your bubble, but I just wanted to...
Anybody want a cracker?
Never mind.
Good evening. Well, I guess you know why I'm here.
Sure. Nobody can leave after just one helping of Flugelkaka.
No, ma'am. And don't even kid about that.
Ma, will you knock it off?
What?
What? We've been washing glasses for 10 minutes. We finished 3.
So what's the 51?
Where was he stationed?
In the attic.
Ma, you told me he was in the Arctic.
The attic, the Arctic, tomato. He had a family to feed.
Well, anyway, this soldier really did go to the war, and he's going to be here any minute. I don't know what to do, because I can't remember.
Doc says you got to take a little ride out to the sun deck.
Great. Who wants to drive?
I'll do it. It's nice not to be a passenger in one of these things for a change.
I want you to tell me the whole story all over again from the beginning.
From the beginning.
Yeah, from the time that you left when you were walking across the...
Dorothy, want to...
Morning, Rose, Dorothy. What a night. Did you hear that racket out front? I didn't sleep at all. I think Dreyfus has the hots for our lawn flamingo.
Ma, we don't have cheap. So used. How do you usually deal with that, Blanche?
Rose, just for that, I'm going to flush the toilet tonight while you're taking a shower.
You know, it's all our own.
Has been nice having you.
Thanks again.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Bye-bye, Emily.
Blanche.
I'm fine.
Well, honey, you didn't really think she could stay with us, did you?
No. She was just my last chance to prove that I could be a good...
It's a bosun's not all right.
Now, for my encore, the Star of David.
Whoa! Hey! It's Dorothy! Hey, Dorothy! Dorothy, glad to see you.
How did you know you weren't?
Maybe it was all those Huck if you've had Blanche bumper stickers.
I wish I knew what to do.
Oh, I could settle that thing with Miles in 1 minute.
Nice try, Dorothy. Rose, you taste it.
Rose, don't! That tea was for my mommy.
You try to do right by your kid.
Back.
No, it isn't. It's me.
You're pulling my leg. He picked you over me.
Listen, I hate it. Why do I feel like I just fell through the looking glass?
Blanche, how can you, of all people, say something like that?
Well, Rose Nyland, I have never lived with a man without the benefit of marriage.
Excuse me, Blanche. I think what you mean is you have never lived with...
Time to look for the jacket.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Yeah, let's split up.
Well, we better go. We don't want to miss anything.
Yeah, I want to get there early, buy Becky a Dodger cap, see how many people mistake her for Tommy Lasorda.
That's it.
All
That
right.
is it.
Dorothy, now calm down. We'll bring you back a cap, too.
I can't take it anymore. I've got to say something to that guy.
Dorothy, I know how frustrating it is to just sit
Myself and acted like a real bitch to everybody else.
No wonder we never knew.
These 3 days are killing Rose.
What she needs from us are calm heads. Thank you.
Damn, I'm good. Old Ted is just a doctor and a pillar of his community. Well, on the other hand, you were the king of padded toilet seats.
Hey, they sold real well for a while, even put our daughter through college.
They got me through some tough times, too.
Goes on.
In my village in Sicily, we had a custom. If your mother-in-law died, you were forced to wear a hair shirt, eat dirt, and pound your head on a rock. Anything to keep you from laughing.
4 nights in a row, and I still can't sleep.
Please, I haven't had a decent night's sleep since I was 70.
You're right, I shouldn't complain. I mean, 4 nights is nothing compared to Elsa Uteruden back in St. Olaf. She stayed awake.
Gloria and Philip were both afraid that Candy would persuade the old man to change his will. And they both hoped that pinning the crime on the other would make them the sole inheritor.
Well, there you have it.
And besides, we're going to the Mortimer Club.
What's the big deal about the Mortimer Club, anyway?
Rose, the wealthiest men in Florida go there. And it's always been my experience that wealthy men make the best lovers.
Is that true?
No. But if you tell them that, sometimes they'll take you to the mall and let you use their credit card for 45 minutes. That's not what I meant.
Wait, Blanche, do you mean like a personals column?
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, come on, Rose, what do you have to lose? If you don't find anyone you're interested in, you don't even have to reply. And the community center runs their service in the newsletter for free.
Yeah, but this isn't exactly fair. I can't move.
I know. It'll be like teaching fish in a barrel. Shall I begin?
Do I have a choice?
Well, you could push the call button, but I'll be done with the book by the time the nurse gets here. So,
Weasel of a manager wouldn't budge an inch. He pushed us to the wall. Now it's all out war.
what do you mean, Ma?
Tomorrow morning, all Chow Wagon employees over the age of 70 are officially out on strike.
You're gonna pick at the restaurant?
No, Rose, we're gonna put on war paint and shoot flaming arrows at the covered wagon out front.
I want the whole city to see what you've been going through.
You mean I'm gonna be on TV?
You bet.
Do I get to put on makeup?
Well, sure.
Oh, boy. I mean, makeup, that's sissy stuff.
Thank God we're finished.
Really sorry for this mix-up. Goodbye. Oh, my God, I don't believe this. I'm gonna call the cops if you don't get out of here right away, you pervert.
Hi, Father Rossi. Here's the canned goods for the needy.
Oh, no.
Once I understood that that's what you were supposed to do. It wasn't some colossal joke, you know. I mean, didn't you think it was a ridiculous thing to do the first time?
No. Well, I certainly didn't.
You may be right.
Good night, Charlie.
Oh, no, this is crazy. I mean, what if I die out there?
Oh, who cares if you stink? Who cares if nobody laughs? Who cares if you make a fool of yourself?
I care.
Then you got problems.
Like to have fun, and we sure had a good time last year, didn't we, partner?
It was okay.
You know, maybe I should get a partner and enter that tournament. You know, I used to be a pretty decent bowler.
Decent bowler? You were a fabulous bowler, 180 average. 180?
Come on, come on.
Well, I might. You want me to take a look?
Forget it.
Listen, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap at you like that. I'm just a little uncomfortable here.
Helps if you stuff newspapers under the mattress.
Well, that's not what I meant. I was talking about being here at the shelter.
This is your first...
Changed my mind. I decided too many people would recognize it. It is such a stunning shade of green.
The only thing they'll remember is the way you fall out of it.
Oh, Sophia!
If you ask people the color, half of them would say flesh tone.
Sophia!
Blanche, forgive her. Ma's a little irritable today. She doesn't have a date for the banquet.
I'm just being picky. The banquet dinner's a big deal. I don't want to go with just anyone.
I'm not falling for those big, sad eyes and floppy ears and wet nose. The last time I did it ended in divorce. And Stan couldn't even catch a Frisbee in his teeth. Oh, listen. Honey, it's not a personal thing. Now, I don't hate you. As a matter of
We had to feed the chickens, slop the hogs, muck the stalls.
Please, I'm trying to eat here.
And after I finished all that, I still had to take care of Larry, my one-eyed pig.
What did you people do? Run a farm for handicapped animals? What my great job at the day camp is head of arts and crafts. I'll be spending the entire summer gluing macaroni to construction paper.
Dorothy's a high school teacher looking for summertime work.
Really? I might be able to help you out. My producer's been looking for someone with education credentials.
Huh?
You know, I just don't understand it. How could I not remember Charlie? Have I finally turned that corner? Have I finally become so jaded that I can no longer put the name with the face? Oh, listen to me. He was probably just lousy in bed.
You missed a sensational concert tonight.
I'm glad I did.
It was hard to get my daddy angry, but once you did, he could be a real peck of wood.
What's everybody talking about?
I can honestly say I have no idea.
We started out talking about Mrs. Claxton's funeral.
Yeah, but somewhere along the way we segued into...
Fighting over me.
What? Carl, is this the man you've been seeing?
But don't worry, he's just a little jealous.
That's some bad news, Rose. It's not you he's after. He's using you to get to me. This is the cheese man.
Now I'll have to figure out what to do with all of you.
Now, wait a minute. You can't just come into this house. I know my mother.
Oh, really? You're the one who said she wasn't going to leave in the first place. You know, Dorothy, it's not just your mother who left. I feel like she's my mother, too.
I know, honey, but don't worry. She'll be back.
Now that she's gone, who am I going to go to in the middle of the night with my deepest personal problems?
Wait a minute. way of combating that.
Well, we'll find out.
What do you mean?
I've never really done this before. And so you're saying that you never really complained about the bugs to the Zbornaks. Is that right?
Yes. You're very bright.
So he took me right there behind the sausage and pepper stand. Hey, we were behind the garbage cans. It's not like we were in front of everybody.
I can relate to the festivities part, Sophie.
Well, enjoy and be healthy.
I wonder if she's seen my umbrella with the duck handle.
You know, I haven't been able to find my ankle bracelet.
Come on, I think it's time to search her room again.
Cool. I thought you always milked a cow sitting on a stool.
No, Alice had to sit on a stool. You see, she was involved in this nasty plowing accident. It was during spring planting, and Daddy had hitched her up to the plow.
It is for you, Devereaux.
5 seconds. Once again, here's Guy Corbin.
Thank you very much. Welcome back. It's time to spin the big money wheel on Grab That Dough. Spinners, mosey on down.
Oh, no. In fact, it began the annual tradition of the St. Olaf milk diving tournament. I won 3 times in the low-fat division. Eventually, they discontinued the event when several spectators were caught dipping their Oreo cookies in the winner's swim trunks.
Your cheek.
Thank you very much, Dorothy. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll go wash the squashed bug off my face.
Yeah, just a minute. Won't be very long.
Okie dokie, take your time.
There's somebody in the bathroom.
Well, he said he wouldn't be long. Tickets. She's leaving me out intentionally.
Rose, they were just misunderstandings. Now you're overreacting.
I guess so.
Oh, these things happen between sisters all the time. I remember once my sister Virginia wouldn't talk to me for a month, all because I smiled at her boyfriend.
There, listen to Blanche.
Of course, I was skinny dipping on his...
And we do. Leave them alone. You're always here looking. It's sick.
I'm not always here, Sophia. I work.
You call me at lunchtime. Sophia, go take a look.
They need an aphrodisiac.
An African what?
An aphrodisiac. It's a substance that makes you feel sexy.
She melted into
Where
his...
exactly are your loins?
Rose, it doesn't matter. Just listen. She melted into his arms, faint now with the animal musk of him.
I didn't know people had loins. I've heard a loin of pork.
Operation, if I believed there was any risk.
I don't know, my little beneficiary.
Oh, God.
What's wrong, Blanche?
Oh, there's a very handsome doctor coming this way. Dorothy, listen, if he walks by...
He outran enemy fire at Iwo Jima, but phlebitis is the enemy he couldn't outrun tonight. And now, it's time to tango.
Blanche, I can't.
Anybody seen my purse?
Oh, God, Mom, how could you do this?
Relax, Dorothy. I probably left it at Sonny's place.
Of course you did, right next to his body.
How did you know?
It's all over the front page of today's paper.
Oh, that's not Sonny. That's a dead guy.
Of course he is.
They might also have tentacles on their legs so that they can suck all the blood out of our heads. Oh, I'm sorry, Rose. I'm sorry. Now, part of me is very excited, but part of me is petrified. I cannot relax with this. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to because Major Barker...
I have to have the professional services of Dr. Escobar. He'll be back from lunch in a little while. Why don't you have a seat? Mr. Thompson, you're next.
Excuse me, Rose, let's go, honey. Ma's waiting out in the car.
I'll only be a minute. Have a seat.
Look, you're not going to spoil this for me. Tonight, I get to be the person I want to be. No baggage, I am free. Nobody has to know that I haven't fulfilled my dreams, or that I got pregnant in high school, or that I stay home on Saturday nights.
Then what the hell am I supposed to talk about?
Somebody to bowl with? You want somebody to bowl with? I need somebody to bowl with. Please. Just say yes and nobody will get hurt.
Oh, all right.
Unless we don't win.
I'm so sorry. She should not have done that.
Well, I have to go talk to David. I feel just awful about this.
This is like the long day's journey into light.
Night, Rose.
Night, Dorothy.
Excuse me. The man in that box was a bum. A scoundrel, a cheat, and a liar. You got that right. Quiet. I work alone. But there was another side to him, and it was beautiful. He awakened feelings in...
Down, pass it around, 2 bottles of beer on the wall. Well, I'm off to bed.
2 bottles of beer? Rose, you got all the way to 2 bottles of beer and you quit?
Just drives you nuts, doesn't it, Dorothy?
Oh, what a wonderful ride home. I bet there must have been a milk. You know, there's something rotten in the state of Denmark.
It's their cheese. They refuse to use preservatives.
I mean, between Dorothy and Eddie, there is something peculiar in that relationship.
You're right. And I'm gonna find...
Blanche, we joined the Friends of Sea Mammals for a reason. You are so unmotivated.
Well, but I joined this mammals with blowholes thing. I didn't expect to be carrying picket signs on some grungy dock. I was hoping more for a fundraiser cocktail party.
I'll be helping you. Enrique will get involved and put you on TV only if your age discrimination case gets really ugly and the company tries to discredit you, drag your name through the mud, and make you look stupid.
I guess we can only hope.
Okay, I'll need to get some information from you.
Terry, Oh. It's just that was the first time that had ever happened in 18 years of married life.
Get out of here.
You mean to say that every night, without...
Mauli go माझी mauli, mauli go माझी mauli, mauli go माझी mauli, mauli go माझी mauli. आई शिंगारी गो नटली माझी एकवीरा माऊली, mauli go माझी mauli, mauli go माझी mauli. आई शिंगारी गो नटली माझी शिवाई माऊली, mauli go माझी mauli, mauli go माझी mauli. दर्शन माऊली भक्त जनांची चिंता घे घरली, हिता दर्शन माऊली भक्त जनांची चिंता घे घरली. आगो माऊली गो माझी माऊली, खार पाड्याची शिवाई माऊली, कारल्याची माझी माऊली, आगरी कोल्याची एकवीरा माऊली. नवरात्रीला तुझा उत्सव सजला, नवरात्रीला उत्सव सजला, गाव लोक जमला तुझे दाराला, गाव लोक जमला तुझे दाराला. वर खाल पैद्या गो तुझे देवलाला, भगवा झेंडा डोलते तुझे कळसाला. आई युवराज कार्मिक भक्ती भावाने तुला वंदन गो करी. आई माऊलीचा उदो उदो, अगो माऊली गो माझी माऊली, आगरी खोल्यांची एकवीरा माऊली. आगो माऊली गो माझी माऊली, खार पाड्याची शिवाई माऊली. हाकेला धावून येते,
भक्तांच्या हाकेला धावून येते,
संकटी आम्हाला तारून नेते,
संकटी आम्हाला तारून नेते.
हेमंताचा भगत तुझा लेकर भोळा, नव दिवस रात लाख तुझ्या सेवेला, करतोय नवनी आई कृपा तुझी राहो आमच्या गावावरी.
आई माऊलीचा उदो उदो,
अगो माऊली गो माझी माऊली, आगरी खोल्यांची एक वीरा माऊली.
अगो माऊली गो माझी माऊली, खार पाड्याची शिवाई माऊली.
आई शिंगारी गो नटली माझी एक वीरा माऊली.
माऊली गो माझी माऊली, माऊली गो माझी माऊली.
घेता दर्शन माऊली भक्त जनांची चिंता घे घरली, घेता दर्शन माऊली भक्त जनांची चिंता घे घरली.
अगो माऊली गो माझी माऊली, खार पाड्याची शिवाई माऊली.
कारल्याची माझी माऊली, आगरी कोल्यांची एक वीरा माऊली.
अगो माऊली गो माझी माऊली, खार पाड्याची शिवाई माऊली.
अगो माऊली गो माझी माऊली, आगरी कोल्यांची एक वीरा माऊली.
अगो माऊली गो माझी माऊली,